Hi, this is Charles Hoskinson broadcasting live from warm, sunny Colorado. Always warm, always sunny, sometimes Colorado. Today is February 14th, 2024. Hard to believe it's already Valentine's Day, and so happy Valentine's Day to all you lovers out there. I wanted to make a quick video, talk a little bit about a drop that came today, the state of Cardano from our good friends at Masari. This is actually a really good piece of work. It was done by Red Sheehan, and I'm going to share it real quickly. You'll see the link at the bottom of the screen, but here's the actual report. Wow. And you have right here. So key insights just dropped 3 hours ago. TVL of Cardano increased 160% quarter on quarter, 693%. So this was throughout the year of 2023 from January to December 31st. TVL ranking increased from 34th place to 11th place. Think about that. Stablecoin value increased by 37%, 673% year on year. IUSD remained the market cap leader, and there are others that are coming like USDM. ADA price increased 127% quarter on quarter, outpacing the overall crypto market by 53% for you number go up crowd. Specifications for Midnight were released, such as use of substrate. Midnight is data protection focused partner chain, so they reference the partner chain. And they talk about core infrastructure, SanchoNet, Hydra, Mithril, and other such things. And it talks about how diverse the development ecosystem is, input, output, DC Spark, M Labs, the Foundation, Emergo, and many, many more things here. You can take a look at the average daily transactions, the active addresses, and how they've increased. You can take a look at all the other metrics here. It's not bad. It's really not bad. The network continues to grow, and it continues to get more saturated. It continues to look strong. And there's always danger in doing this, but real time, let's go to eutixo.org. It's one of my favorite websites. It's a real-time view of the Cardano network. So let's see what they're serving up for us today. So while that's loading, go back to the report. And say Nakamoto coefficient's looking good. We're working on the EDI, and they mention it. They mention the participation in Mithril. By the way, one number that's hidden here, which is very prominent, as 1694 gets adopted, treasury balance, 1.43 billion ADA. Today's market value, that's about $861 million sitting in the Cardano treasury, ready to be deployed for the growth of Cardano. How about that? We have a sovereign wealth fund for the ecosystem. And going to EUTXO, you can take a look real time. Is stuff happening? Yeah. One transaction, 16 NFTs issued, 16 NFTs. You got your book IO right here. You got a little bit of meld action. You got some Sunday swap right there. Well, yeah, look at our boys with World Mobile Token. How about that? All that one transaction. Are these all the same company? No, but yet they're somehow batched there. Isn't that cool? Isn't that impressive? Got a script right here, produce V2 script, ADA moving, all these things. So, and that's a small block. Only 11 kilobytes were used there. How about that? So, long and the short is that Cardano is growing strong. Things are looking good. Thank you for Masari for writing in a decent report. And we look forward to future reports. But you got to widen the aperture and look at things on a year-by-year basis. Are we growing? Is there adoption? Is there transaction volume? Is there depth growth? Growth in TVL? Is there growth in governance and decentralization of the system? Are the institutions getting stronger? Is there future planning? $863 million is there ready to go for the community to start a budget process and start talking about it and get deployed next year, partially probably this year. All those things are here. And that's just the beginning, because we got fast finality with Ouroboros Paris. It's already in prototyping phase. People are working real diligently hard. A huge ecosystem of partner chains is going to work its way through, and it allows us to have a huge diversity of different technologies that we get to bring in from a best-in-class framework. Midnight is going to give us a huge leapfrog in terms of our capabilities with zero knowledge, and Cardano gets all of that. Plutus V3 is the interoperability component that allows those things to move back and forth. With trustless ZK bridges on the horizon, and there's an enormous amount of research right now with Laos, be published soon, and that paper will basically have the entire roadmap for layer 1 sharding and explain how to do it and how to match or exceed the performance of best-in-class protocols that are highly centralized, but we preserve and protect our decentralization, as measured by EDI. So when you get out of Reddit, when you get out of Twitter, when you widen the aperture and you look year by year, the project, by every metric you can look at, is growing rapidly. We're doing a good job as an ecosystem, and I'm proud of every single person who really put in the effort and the work. And there's a lot of very exciting things that either have just launched or are on the horizon to launch, and all those things are turning on and activating. That's an established fact. And you can look at the Masari point and see that report and see that as an established fact. It's a healthy, vibrant ecosystem. But if you zoom in on the day-to-day and the day-to-day fights, you don't really see it, you don't really feel it, and you just get lost in the minutia. Business is not meant to be done minute by minute, day by day. It's meant to be done quarter, year, decade. And you have to build. It takes time. It took time for Amazon to go in 2011 and grow into the juggernaut behemoth it is. And if you looked at any particular day, things didn't necessarily look as rosy as they needed to be. But the vision is there, the first principles are there, and there was the right people to execute. And when we look at it, there's an enormous amount of work and intersect happening real time with the community, highly engaged, gargantuan amount of development work going on for many different companies, a ton of dApp development. They're launching all the time, and fundamental things are getting done. In addition, constitutions being written by the community, discussions of a constitutional convention, civics committees talking about DREP best practices and code of conduct. There's a bunch of people who've signed up SanchoNet and are testing and learning how to be a DREP. The Gov tool is there. SIP 95 is out. It's being integrated in many different wallets. We're getting a lot of wallet innovation inside the space. And people are learning, like Genius Yield and Axo and others, on how to use extended UTXO properly, which will be reflected in the designs of others. Future versions of MinSwap and future versions of SundaySwap. Great projects all across the board, and more to come. And that's today. And we're growing and growing and growing and growing. So 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, at that rate of growth, you can see how vibrant of an ecosystem Cardano is going to be. If you disagree with Haskell and you think it's too bad of a language and too hard for developer adoption, well, you have Plutus TS, TypeScript to Cardano, to UPC, to run on Cardano. You have Aiken, which is a Rust dialect. So you now have diversity in your developer tooling, your languages. What's your excuse? But again, if you focus really narrowly in on what's being said on a daily basis, it's not accurate. You have to look at the trends. You have to look at things. And I'm very glad that a report came out that actually shows a lot of encouraging and positive things. And it's a good way to close the year. And I'm very glad that we have that, because we as a community should be congratulated for the enormous effort to build in a bear market under constant criticism, and have on the other side something better than what we left. And this is going to be by far our most productive year as a project. Every single entity is firing on all cylinders. We're learning and growing together. So thank you for that. And to the rest of the space, well, you can just watch us as we continue to succeed and continue to grow. And there's a lot of great partnerships to make. We've already reached out to many. I was in a VeChain X space recently. Definitely have lots of great relationships in the Algorand community. Obviously, Partner Chains brings in the whole Polkadot ecosystem and a lot of great collaborations, discussions. We had a summit in Scotland just a few weeks ago in Edinburgh, QSIG for quantum signatures with the Ethereum Foundation, potentially some collaboration outreach that can be done there. So overall, there's many different things that are happening and more things to come. The Africa portfolio is looking incredible under John O'Connor. RealFi has really coalesced 6 years of learning across the continent to a product suite that realizes a dream that I've had for over a decade, that people should be able to get access to low-cost credit and be their own bank. The economic identity and agency. Atala Prism has moved over to Hyperledger. It's now a Hyperledger open source project. How about that? Right there with IBM and on the rest of the gang. And so our identity framework, the Apache 2 framework, which it's under Apache 2 license, it's ready to go and people are using it. Prism Pioneers. People are starting to build use this self-sovereign stack for their applications. And that's just today. It's here. Reflect is doing a great job. They have a lot of cool things coming soon that I think people are going to be very happy about, especially cross-chain plays, game portfolio that's being constructed. The digital twins idea is really starting to take shape, as you guys saw, NFT XLV. A lot of community events are starting to merge and come together and cooperate and work with each other. Catalyst is going incredibly strong, and it continues to strengthen, and it's going to be fun to merge Catalyst into the budgeting process and figure out how to get those two sides together. And the community is going to come together and create a 2025 Cardano budget this year, which will open up that sovereign wealth fund, which has nearly $900 million at the current price, and allow that to be used for the goodwill and growth of Cardano. So this is a strong and healthy and vibrant project with so many great leaders who wake up every single day and they make this their first thing that they do. And they love being here, as do I. And we're going to keep chipping away at it. We're going to keep building. And I'm very excited about the future. So it's nice to see a report like this that reflects that. Thanks, everyone.